with a selection of prose from a writer who comes to us from Kalamazoo, Michigan. After graduating from Western Michigan University with a BA in creative writing and Spanish, he completed an MA in English at East Carolina University. He has been, for me, and I think the rest of my cohort would agree, the go-to on so many things, from a D&D troop mate to someone who can always offer thoughtful writing advice or be there for real talks in moments of doubt and or frustration. An overall good person and friend, Tim Buchanan.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna, yeah. I thought instead of reading tonight, I would just recite some Infinity War spoilers. I'm kidding. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna try to get some mileage out of that Spanish degree I earned a long time ago. I don't think I can overstate how important all of you have been to my entire life, which feels like I packed an entire life into 3 years here. It's no secret that Neon Lit is probably the thing about this program I love the most, second to all of you. It's so nice to have my family here, my parents and my sister. And it's so weird to have them in the same room as the rest of my family. So yeah, I don't know what more I can say. Words don't seem to be able to do it justice, so I'm just going to read some stuff. This is from my thesis, which is a novel that is not yet complete. This comes at the end of the second to the last act. The protagonist, he's been horribly injured in a barn fire, and now he's on his deathbed, but he's not quite dying. He's having this fever dream, which is not quite a dream. That won't explain anything to you. Just go with it, it's fine. All right. Ernesto is moving, but no, he is standing. Not still, there is an undulating, back and forth like a tide, but not a tide. Grass. He is standing in tall, dry grass. Its edges, like tiny saw blades, rasp against the backs of his hands, the exposed parts of his arms. He is swaying with grasses in the breeze, and sweat is cooling his arms, back, and chest. The day is cooling. It is getting dark where he is, but in the wrong way, with the night creeping up from the horizon to swallow the sun. He turns toward the house, and for a moment he does not know what house he'll see. And yet he sees only more soft hills of gently waving grass. The horizon behind smolders like a bed of coals, and to look too deep into the glow makes him afraid. A man moves through the grass, descending the hill in Ernesto's direction. He does not know who the man will be when he reaches the top of Ernesto's hill. He cannot see the man's face for the hat he wears, looking down so the brim hides him. The man moves like he is wading through water, spreading his hands to part the grasses as he approaches. The man's slow walk makes Ernesto nervous. He wants to flee the stranger. Feathers seem to light his back and arms, fall free, then disappear in the grasses. He tries to call out so the man will look up. He feels his chest fill with air that is not air and does not vibrate in his throat to make noise. When the man begins to ascend the hill where Ernesto stands, he realizes the man is on fire, and so too do the fields go up in flames in his wake. The man is his father, Ignacio Acevedo, dead 33 years and filled with fire. He grips Ernesto's arm, and a smile briefly crinkles his features. The man's grip is like steel, just as Ernesto remembers it. Ernesto never saw his father age and weaken. Standing before him now, his father is arrested in time, no older or younger than the day he died. It startles him to realize that he and his father are now the same age. When Ignacio lets go of Ernesto's arm, he feels the pressure for a long while after. Rather than dissipating, the warmth of it spreads throughout his arm, down his side, and into his leg. Bienvenido, mijo. Te he extrañado, papa, Ernesto says. Yo lo sé. Ignacio looks around him at the grassy hills and smiles like a man surveying his own land. Behind him, the burning path is slowly beginning to open like a fan made of flames. Do you like it? Ignacio says. Ernesto is not sure what his father means, and he shakes his head. Despite the cool breeze at his back, the heat radiating from his father and the burning grassland is noticeable and growing stronger. He feels trapped between opposing forces. You will like it better when you too are dead. Until now, he has thought little of death and dying, though he has known in the back of his mind that he is in the last half of his life now. I have a son, Ernesto says. 2 sons and daughters too. I am married, and we are happy. Ignacio smiles again, and the firelight dances where his eyes should be. I have seen them. They are beautiful, but take care. Happiness soon flees from us. Ignacio looks back, and the burning path has spread like a blanket, consuming almost all they can see. It burns without smoke or sound, but the heat is tremendous. Ernesto wants to step back away from it. He somehow knows that if he does, his father will disappear. ¿Qué estoy haciendo aquí, papá? Ernesto asks. You are dying, but you will not die yet. Why? The question makes him feel foolish, but he cannot think of anything else to say. I have a task for you. The heat is unbearable now. He feels it move beneath his skin, inside him, and inescapable. ¿Cómo? Ernesto asks. He finds it hard to say more. The pain makes him want to cry out, and he is afraid to do anything that might dispel the image of his father. As he thinks this, he sees in each flame a horse head tossing its mane, an infinite horse's dance within the curtain of fire. Quiero que me vengas, mijo. How can I do this? I have not seen this man in many years. I cannot leave my family to search for him. You must not kill him with fire, the horsehead says in Ignacio's voice. That will only make him stronger in the next life. That was his mistake, thinking I was dead when he burned me. Ernesto tries not to think of his father burning alive, or the stench of burning horsehair and meat. His own arm and leg radiate with the liquid pain of a deep burn. Please, Papa, the pain is too much. El demonio está a la puerta, Ignacio says. Papa, I do not know what you mean. Distantly, there comes a voice that causes Ernesto to turn his head. It is instinctual, and as soon as he looks away, he feels the sting of regret. When he turns back, his father is gone, and he is someplace else. Only the heat of the fire lingers. Thank you.